Hey, hi guys, Warren here. So I'm at one of my favorite places, Friendship Gardens. It's in the city of Kaneohe on Oahu, where I currently live. And it's been raining a lot lately, and so today was a good day to get out and get sweaty, and so here I am. And on the walk up here, I was thinking about a conversation I had this morning with my wife. She's currently making a career decision, and she was weighing the pros and cons. And at one point, I thought she was looking too far ahead, and so I gently reminded her of what we tell soldiers in the Army on our weapons qualification ranges, our individual weapons qualification ranges, is to focus on the 5-meter target first, because it goes down faster. All right. A lot of soldiers, before they understand that concept, will aim for the 250-meter target. Let's say that takes a little while longer to go down. It doesn't last forever, but it will stay up for a while. But the 5-meter target, it's up and down, and you have to exercise all the fundamentals of good marksmanship, proper steady hold, sight picture, breathing, and all that good stuff. Trigger, pull, not squeeze. Or I should say trigger, squeeze, not pull. And all that good jazz. But then while walking up here, I was thinking about it, and I was like, we do that so often as humans. And it's not a fault, it's just that it's our human condition. But I think we do that so often, where we focus on the targets we have time to shoot down that are so far in the future, where often we have no control over the outcomes of those targets. And that goes back to the dichotomy of control, right? We can control only that which we put in motion. I think that was Epictetus. But, I mean, that doesn't mean you can't plan and make sure that the things you are in control of are handled. But yeah, I think we just focus too much on things that are truly out of our control and too far into the future, and forget about the 5-meter targets that are staring us in the faces, like our families, spending more time with them than staying at work to impress the boss, those people we call busy bastards, the ones you see with the light on. We used to say that in the quad in the military, when you're down in the quad and look up on the 4th floor and you see that one lowly light on and it wasn't the boss. Yeah, that in most cases was a busy bastard trying to impress the boss, who is usually gone or knows that you really have no other reasons to be there, especially after meeting his or her intent. But yeah, we do that. We spend so much time, again, because by doing that, we're thinking of the future promotions, future advancements. Again, though, it's the human condition. Nothing wrong with it. It's just the way we're wired. But I say, instead of trying to impress the boss and think so far out when it's not in our wheelhouse, or have an ability to action it or effect or affect it, we should do more of this. Come out and do a little bit of forest bathing if you're so inclined and so fortunate to have some green space where you live. And if it's not the forest or deep green woods, I'm sure there's a shared green space relatively close, where you could just get out and get away from the desk and get away from overthinking the future. Because again, we can plan, and we should. It's the prudent thing to do. But I think sometimes, because we're so caught up in the trap of comparisons and not wanting to run our own races, we just deviate. And any track coach will tell you that you don't want to know where your opponent is by looking over your left or right shoulder, depending on the type of race you're running, or worse yet, behind you, because you think you are behind or that you're gonna not be in the lead pack. It's crazy. That's the first time you will trip, and that's the first time in your attempt to be successful you'll ruin it for everyone, because you might trip other runners too. Anyway, you get the idea. Run your own race. But I think often we want to be like the Joneses and others and all these influencers that have us thinking that we're not enough and we're not quite there yet, even though we haven't defined what there is. Excuse my sweating. It's warm out here, but I appreciate it because, like I said, it's been really a lot. Our Hawaiian winter's gone a little long, which is rain. But I'm fortunate and I appreciate it because a lot of people have lost some property and I'm sure things that you can't put a value on because of the rain. But I'm fortunate and I'm glad and I'm appreciative that it's here. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. Shoot at the 5 meter target first. All right, because it goes down first. You have time, not all day, not the rest of your life. A smart man, I worked with both. I worked with him as a contractor. He was in uniform, but he often told his subordinates during feedback and mentorship that there are two things you're not going to get in the drop-down menu of military operations. That is more time and more people. And he's correct on both when it comes to the military. But in the civilian life, we can definitely associate and relate to time. Right? We don't have a lot of it. And so often we waste the little we do have on chasing what we have been sometimes fooled into thinking are big dreams. All right? There's nothing wrong with dreaming big and shooting for the stars and being ambitious. But all our small wins in aggregate becomes big wins, all right? So I'll let you enjoy the rest or some more of this. I'll step out of the way, but until our next conversation, you be good out there. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves, and we'll talk again soon. I'll see you. I'll step out of the shot. You can stay as long as you want, as long as I don't tilt the camera. We'll see.